Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. Kellen here with Droid Life. So we've got in front of us the, well, you could tell, the HTC U11. Now, we're leading up towards that launch date of June 9th. Have one in-house now. We'll have a review up shortly, tips and tricks, all that stuff we typically do. But of course, we need to start with an unboxing. So let's do that now. Let's get you guys geared in here with an HTC U11 unboxing. So again, the device goes on sale on May 9th. It's actually up for pre-order right now if you're already interested. Sprint is the only carrier in the US, and they'll sell it for about $30 a month with little down, 24-month payment plan. If you are an AT&T, T-Mobile, or Verizon customer, they are not selling it, but there's an unlocked model available on htc.com and Amazon, and yes, the unlocked model works on all three of those. So anyways, let's dive into this thing, unbox and see what's in here, and start showing you guys all the cool stuff that I believe HTC probably included. So we'll grab trusty little baby knife here and cut this thing. Oh, so box, again, HTC 11 on the back. It does run through some of the features and stuff. So Qualcomm Snapdragon 835, 5.5-inch Quad HD display. It's an LCD, by the way. 2 terabyte max micro SD support. It does have 64 gig storage internally, though. 4 gig RAM, 12 megapixel ultra pixel 3 camera with OIS, 16 megapixel camera up front, has the Edge Sense. This is the squeezy phone, which we'll show you in just a second. IP67 water and dust resistant. So this phone, for the first time for HTC, is pretty much water and dust resistant, which is awesome. Some other stuff going on, but let's, again, stop delaying what we want to do here. I just cut that. I don't know if I was necessarily supposed to. Woo! Oh, these are already cut. This is a review unit, by the way. So those are already cut because HTC was kind enough to send this over to us. All right, so in the box, this is the device, and I believe it's sapphire blue. So Sprint model. Sprint is selling the sapphire blue and the black. In terms of other colors, there's a light blue, which is actually calling silver, that you can buy in the US. And if you're not in the US, there are white and I think even a red model, which is kind of cool. In the box, though, here is your quick chargers. This does support Quick Charge 3.0 as far as I know, even though it is a Snapdragon 835. We're wondering what happened to Quick Charge 4.0, but there's your charger. These are your USonic earbuds. So it does include earbuds, and these are USB Type-C. So just like the U Ultra, you have Type-C buds. These have active noise canceling, so they are noise canceling earbuds. They're controlled by, you stick them in your ear, run through a little software thing, and they sort of tune to your ear. It's cool. They do include some extra little buds to make sure those fit your ears properly. And then here's your USB Type-C cable for charging this bad boy. Now you also have, let me just look under all these little compartments just to see if there's anything extra. This little guy right here. So this is, this is your USB Type-C to 3.5 millimeter headphone adapter. So if you don't want to use these headphones and you have your own headphones you want to bring, they are now including an adapter. So they didn't include one of these in the U Ultra, and I kind of dinged them for it, because if you're not going to have a headphone jack in the phone, which this phone doesn't, you should include this, because people have other headphones they want to use probably besides those. They are also including, like with the U Ultra, it looks like a clear plastic case, so you can throw that on if you want. Here's some guides, SIM removal tool here, and a cleaning cloth. Now, I think I talked about this in the last video with the U Ultra as well, but you're going to want to use this. You might even want to just toss this in your wallet or something, because the fingerprint attractiveness of this phone is quite something. And that's because they're using this liquid metal finish on their phones these days, and they really do attract fingerprints. So anyways, let's take this stuff off and finally give you a look at the phone. So slide that right off of there. I think the U Ultra one I ripped off and it was kind of a disaster. So anyway, this is the HTC U11, and it is sapphire blue. Again, sapphire blue and black for Sprint. Power that on there. So it's hard to always catch this on camera because the like liquidy metally finish they're calling it, but it is a deep blue. It's shiny and reflective and mirror like, and they're all like this. The light blue silver model, the black one, they're all really highly reflective. They're all beautiful devices. You just kind of have to get used to the fact that you're probably going to put a lot of fingerprints on it. So another tour of the device, you have your dual flash here. 12 megapixel f1.7 ultra pixel 3 camera here. Does have optical image stabilization in there. Up front, you can see we've got the 5.5-inch Quad HD Super LCD 3 display. And down here, fingerprint. Oh gosh, I always. I swear I always. It's where I always do that. Let's not do that. Anyway, fingerprint reader down here that also acts as your home button, and you can see if I light these up, you do have capacitive back and app switcher buttons, so no on-screen buttons. Pretty sizable chin, I'm not gonna lie, and a pretty sizable up top. The only reason I point those out is because we have the LG G6 and Galaxy S8 lines right now. Okay, yeah, I'm with you. Those phones obviously are all display. They've really reduced bezel, and so when you look at this phone, I'm not gonna lie, it looks a little dated just because of that design. But anyway, 16 megapixel camera up front. Again, Snapdragon 835 inside, 4 gig RAM, 64 gig storage. It's kind of got it all. If we look down here at the bottom, you can see that Type-C port there. And there is a bottom firing speaker. It does have HTC boom sound and actually dual speakers in that, so it's pretty loud. No headphone jack, as I mentioned earlier. Up top here, you can see once again, no headphone jack, but you do have a slot there for your SD and your SIM. No camera hump like we had on the U Ultra, so that's a nice little touch. It's actually pretty flush. Just a slight little bump there where that camera ring is, but mostly flush. Volume rocker here, power button right below it. So you do have those both on that side. This left side has absolutely nothing. So let me get through the software though, so I can show you just some squeeziness. Without diving in too deeply here, you can see I'm through the setup screen. So you do have HTC Sense and Android 7.1.1. It's one of the first phones outside of Google's own that has 7.1.1. So anyways, it's talking a lot of stuff to me, but we'll jump in here. And I'll show you again, it is running 7.1.1. Well, you could see that from that last screen right there, 7.1.1. So it is up to date, which is awesome because a lot of phones these days do not ship update, including the Galaxy S8. But if we look at Edge Sense, just to show you the squeeziness, since that is one of the features. So Edge Sense allows you to squeeze the sides of the phone and make things happen. So in order to set this up, and I'll talk more about this, but you set your squeezy force level so you can squeeze as hard as you want, I believe. I honestly don't know what's going on there. Sprint is installing some stuff. Ignore that. We'll just go next. I will look more at this, but the idea is you set up squeezies and then you decide what you want your squeezies to do. So customize squeeze action. How about we'll just launch the camera app? That's fine. And so we should be able to squeeze. And there it launches the camera app. So you can customize that to be Google Assistant, whatever you want. We've done a lot of this in our quick overview video, so we'll show you more. But you can see the sides actually showing pressure, and they are pressure. This isn't like a capacitive thing. It's actually a pressure sensitive squeeze. So anyway, kind of cool, and it's actually one of those features I think will come in handy, hopefully on additional phones in the future. I hope this isn't just like a one-off thing because I think it could actually be something. So anyway, we're fully testing this now. If you guys have comments, questions, you want to know anything about the HTC U11, we have one. We will test everything, and there will be a review up shortly. So let us know what you guys think, and yeah, that's it. HTC U11 for Droid Life. Peace.